Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are returning, it's unpopular horror opinion time. It's probably a good thing I'm doing this after a very long day at work the last weekend before Christmas because people were assholes today and I'm in a shit mood. So I'm ready to just like talk shit. I'm ready to talk shit. In all seriousness though, this bears repeating, even though I've said this many times. Any review on this channel is an opinion, but specifically this one, like my last one, these are 100, like there's no mistaking that these are opinions. It's in the title. These are unpopular horror opinions. Y'all were super awesome in the comments last time, but this one, we'll get to it. I'm saving the worst one for last. The first unpopular horror opinion I'm gonna talk about is PG-13 horror is a good thing. Every time a movie comes out and it's announced that it's gonna be PG-13, at least in my little sphere of the internet, everyone freaks out. I've said this a couple times on my channel. As a teenager, I snuck into many an R-rated horror movie, for sure. But my bread and butter, my formative horror years were very largely made up of the PG-13 horror movies that I could easily get into, that I was actually allowed to be in. So I almost feel like sometimes when people start freaking out over PG-13 horror movies or talking about how they're crap or how they're not good, it almost feels a little bit like gatekeeping a little bit. Like I almost kind of just want to reply and be like, do you not care about any young kids growing up and becoming horror fans? Do you not want any more horror fans? Is that what's happening? Like, so I don't get the whole issue unless it's been like something that just got like chopped up to death right before the release, so it could be PG-13 or something. Other than that, just leave it alone. If you don't want to go see it because it's PG-13, don't go see it. Let some teenagers go see it and get into the horror genre, you know? Speaking of movie theaters, going to the movie theater solo is not cringy. I don't have to tell you guys in particular watching this, because I know every time I talk about it on my channel, a few of you, more than a few of you, sound off in the comments about how you also go to the movies by yourself, or a lot of you even prefer to go to the movies by yourself. But I've heard at least 2 times for sure people whispering about me. It had to have been about me because I'm normally the only person in the theater by myself. That, you know, talking about how I'm in the movie theater by myself. For one, mind your business. Like, why do you care? I don't know you. You don't know me. Why do you care that I'm at the movies by myself? For another thing, it's not like you're gonna have a full-on conversation in the theater, although I have seen it happen before. So really, you know, you go to the theaters with somebody to, you know, have dinner beforehand and then talk about the movie after. You're not having a conversation in the movie anyway. So it really doesn't matter, at least in the movie, if you're with somebody, because you're not going to be talking anyway. Next one, getting slightly more controversial here. I low-key kind of dislike that slashers are like the face of the horror genre. This is just from my perception. Maybe you guys perceive this a different way, so let me know in the comments. But this one I feel like mostly applies to like non-horror fans, because, you know, all of us, we've seen such a wide variety of horror that we know that slashers are not the only, you know, horror movies out there. There's so many different subgenres of horror. But I feel like for like the normie person, like the big 3 are, you know, the usual big 3. It's still the big 3 like in the horror community: A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. And I'm not saying that those aren't good movies, because they're amazing movies and they are ridiculously influential to the genre. That has nothing to do with this, but they obviously aren't the only iconic horror movies out there. But I feel like, at least in my experience from people I've talked to that aren't horror fans, or like horror fans like the way we are, those are kind of like the face of the genre to a lot of people. Again, this is where it's gonna get controversial. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Like, it's easy for people to like write off the horror genre as like lowbrow because to a lot of people it's like horror movie equals slasher movie, which is just not true. And yeah, I feel like that one was super nitpicky. Hopefully you guys got what I was saying with that one. Not that a troll is gonna care anyway, but just to reiterate again, I'm not saying that A Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, and Friday the 13th are bad movies. In fact, I said the exact opposite. I think the exact opposite. Okay, so I only have one more for you, and this unpopular opinion that I'm going to talk about in a second was the whole reason why I wanted to do another one of these videos, but I'm also really scared to say this opinion. You could be thinking, and I had this thought myself, well, Vicky, why don't you just not make the video or just don't include this opinion? But at the same time, it's like, this is my channel, so I should be able to talk about what I want without people getting pissed over my opinions on a movie or a genre, you know, the horror genre. So yeah, so I guess in an exercise to get over this anxiety of not wanting to say certain things because I'm afraid it's gonna make a portion of the horror community mad at me, I'm gonna go ahead and share this opinion. So put on your brave face, Vicky. I like to think of myself as an egalitarian, so I'm please don't misunderstand this unpopular opinion as I'm trying to attack a certain group of the horror community, because that is not what is happening here. Let me just say the opinion. Regarding the new Black Christmas movie, I don't not agree with the message. Do I agree with how that message was portrayed? No. That still stands. If you watch my review of Black Christmas, I'll link it up here. Everything I said in that review is still 100%. I still did not like the movie as a whole. I don't agree with how the message was portrayed in the movie. I made that review. It was Thursday night, opening night, and I did say it in the review. I only glanced at Twitter, just Twitter, for like the 60 seconds that it took me to walk from the theater to my car, and then I made that review. So this, what is going to be a very unpopular opinion, was formulated after like opening weekend, once more and more reviews started coming in. The movie comes off as very anti-man. There's only one redeemable male character in the movie, and he's almost barely in it, or what feels like he's barely in it, so it doesn't feel very balanced, right? It's every other male in the movie is a dick. I was seeing a lot of the reactions to this message, to this movie, from a lot of male horror fans, and a lot of you guys were pissed. You know, I saw a whole lot of like, you know, this movie lumps all men together as rapists and just bad people, and you know, you were voicing your opinions about it. I couldn't help but think it was like a knee-jerk reaction. It just popped into my head like, well, welcome to being a female horror fan. Horror has not been the kindest to women throughout history. If I complain about that, if I air my grievances about how horror is not kind to women, I get stuff like, well, make your own horror movie if you don't like that, or, well, horror isn't made for women anyway, or something along those lines. And again, at least in my sphere of the internet, you know, people I follow and mutuals and things like that, I feel like there was this intense outrage over the message of this movie and how it portrayed men. And again, like I said, I couldn't help but think like we've been treated like this in horror for a long time. Obviously, you have the right to feel however you want about a movie. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. I just found it a little, and by a little I mean a lot, ironic, because the tables have turned a little bit. So again, I'll reiterate, anybody who's probably got mad over that opinion has probably stopped watching anyway, but I'll reiterate again, just in case, my review of the movie still stands. I still did not think it was a good movie. this is regarding the reactions to the movie. Not really afraid of like losing subscribers or getting dislikes or whatever. More afraid of the comments. So if I don't reply to the comments of this video right away, it's probably because I'm scared to venture down there. Yeah, so if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave me some more unpopular horror opinions in the comments. Maybe I'll do like I did last time, and I'll do another video, a follow-up to this, and I'll react to your guys' unpopular horror opinions again, because that was super fun. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can ring that notification bell down there if you want to. I don't think it does anything. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye. This video is brought to you by all these lovely creepy patron peeps that you see listed here. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep yourself, you can check out that link in the description. There's a whole bunch of fun links in the description, so you can follow me on all my social media, Goodreads, Letterboxd, all that good stuff, so make sure you check out the description box. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye.